So this is very, very typical. If you've already had one cesarean or more than one cesarean, and you go to your OB on your first appointment, like your very, very first appointment, and your doctor says, oh, you had a previous C-section. Well, we can try for a VBAC. However, we should probably schedule your C-section right now, get it on the books, so that if something happens, we can't do a VBAC, then at least we have it on the books and we don't have to worry about it. Big, big trap. Red flag, red flag, red flag. This is not a VBAC supportive care provider. This is a care provider who is going to do everything in their power to undermine your confidence so that you end up giving up on that VBAC. And if you hit that date when you're not going into labor yet, and usually they schedule a repeat C-section for 39 weeks, which if you've been following me for a while, you know the average gestation is 41 weeks and 3 days, and some moms are 42 weeks. So if you were a 42-week mama and you were induced at 41 weeks and you ended up having a C-section, what are the odds that you're really going to go into labor by 39 weeks when your doctor has scheduled that repeat C-section? Do you know why they are scheduling a repeat C-section at 39 weeks? Because that way you don't go into labor before they have that C-section. Now that doesn't make any sense, does it? However, this is often what happens, is that when you're going for a VBAC, they say, let's schedule your C-section just in case, so that we have it on the books. That is a huge trap. You do not want to fall into it. Here's what you want to say to your doctor if they try to pull that crap. You say to them, thank you, but I'm not going to be scheduling my C-section. I'm comfortable with having a VBAC. And if at any point I feel that I need to have a C-section, then we can do that. But I'm not scheduling surgery just because. That doesn't make any sense to me. And if your doctor goes over your head and schedules that C-section anyway, and you get that C-section date, that doesn't mean you have to show up. So even if the receptionist rings you up and says, hey, by the way, your C-section date is scheduled, and you say, but I didn't schedule a C-section. First of all, now you understand that your doctor is trying to go over your head. And if you're early enough in your care that you don't recognize that, hey, I don't actually have to have this C-section, that can be very, very scary. But this is also why I teach my clients, and I teach you in the content, how to hire your care provider. And again, I do have content on how to hire your care provider. You can always check my YouTube channel for those videos as well. And I'm going to keep teaching this stuff because, again, it's not out there. It's not mainstream. And my goal with this is to have everybody understand that you have choices, you have options, you can create your own options. You do not have to fight, beg, or compromise on your birth plan to get a birth that is actually what you want. You don't have to compromise on your VBAC. So no, you do not have to schedule a repeat C-section just because you had a previous C-section, just in case. That is a trap.